What's up, guys? I'm Matthew Vegasands.
And I'm Michael Vegasands.
And behind us, we have our parents' farmhouse where we grew up on. 2.5 years ago, we started our company that's worth almost $1 billion today. We were 2 college dropouts, a negative $2,800 in our bank account.
How much are you worth?
$90 to $100 million.
What is your highest level of education?
I did some college.
So mainly just high school then?
Yeah.
We're the next Mark Zuckerberg. And in March of 2020, it officially dies when the pandemic hits. We're in our early 20s, we dropped out of school, we have no jobs, our business just failed. So I started to cry again, like there's no way I'm gonna be able to pay the team right now. Within 15 months, we go from that to almost $20 million in the bank account.
Wow. My name is Aaron Van Kampen. I travel around the world meeting and learning from multi-millionaires. Hit subscribe to join me. Okay, so who are these 26-year-old twins and how did they go from broke to millionaires in 15 months? Let's find out.
So Matthew and I were born and raised in Miami. Most people think about Miami and they think like the exotic lifestyle and the beaches and all that. We grew up on a small farm with horses, chickens, and goats. Growing up on the farm, playing with horses. We had a pet zebra at one time. There were monkeys on the farm.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. When we were younger, we thought if you make $100,000, you were like super rich. Or one of my buddies, his dad took us out to dinner one day. And usually when I would go to dinner and I saw like 7 things I wanted on the menu, well, I had to figure out what I wanted most. This guy ordered everything. And I was like, what do you do for a living? He said he did this thing called private equity. And I was like, all right, you know what? I want to do private equity. That's when I started thinking that I was gonna go work on Wall Street.
Okay, side note, Michael and Matthew do not work in private equity or on Wall Street, but meeting someone that was making money motivated them and drove them to a lifestyle beyond what they are familiar with. I hope that this video does the exact same thing for you.
We started this journey in like 2016. I guess 2022 is essentially like our first hot boy year, as he would call it. Like he got himself a new Range Rover, a new car and everything.
And when did you guys start like actually making money?
Like a year ago, yeah. So we have the most bare bone bedroom.
Yeah, this is like super simple. Don't tell me you guys sleep in the same bed.
No, we don't sleep in the same bed. No. I didn't even have time to get a bed stand.
You didn't even have time to take the film off the TV.
The mattress came in a box. I was like, okay, I can just use that box.
I mean, it does the trick.
It does the trick.
It seems like you guys just need like a girl's touch in here. Like,
Yeah.
you need a woman to come in and be like, let's just get this shit done.
Literally.
So are you guys single then?
I'm single, yeah, I have a girlfriend. I have to reserve Saturday nights for her. It's like, and the rest of the week's a shit show. Yeah, you asked about sacrifice. I was with my girlfriend for 2 years. I was able to see her 3-4 times a week, so she was accustomed to that. As the business grew, my life started to change. It was like, hey, maybe you'll see me once a week. Maybe twice a week if it's a good week. It just puts strain on the relationship. Sacrificing a ton of family time, a ton of time with our friends. And it sounds insignificant, but when you're away from your family for a couple of months, you're just so deep into the grind, like it ends up hitting you eventually. And our grandparents and parents, they left everything that they knew in pursuit of a better opportunity, not only for themselves, but for us. Everything that I do is so that one day I can put myself and my family in a position to where they never have to worry about anything else.
You guys do any cooking? Can I look in your fridge?
Yeah, dude, go for it. You can look in our fridge. So Matthew and I eat out every meal.
Yeah, so there's gonna be nothing.
Look at that. So this is my shameless plug. This is what Michael and I eat every single day. Muscle pizza, 40 grams of protein, 45 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat.
I love when I first met him, he's eating pizza.
It's muscle pizza.
It's muscle pizza? 7:30 in the morning eating pizza.
I will take shots of syrup.
What do you mean shots of syrup?
Like I'll just drink the
You'll
syrup.
just drink this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious?
You want to try it?
Sure, dude.
Do some shots!
Oh my god, dude.
I do it like once a day. Yeah. Yeah, I do not do that. Yeah, it is. My wardrobe for the most part is like all black.
Literally everything is black.
They're not all here, but I think I have like 12 or 13 Golden Goose. Most of them are this model, the Stardans.
How much money do you think you spent on these specific shoes?
$8,000 on Stardans and Golden Goose.
How much are a pair of shoes, those?
Each one is like $700 or $800. The most expensive pair of shoes I had before this was $140 Kobe 4s from 7th grade.
Do you own your own business?
Yes.
How much did it cost to start your business?
$100 deposit into a bank account.
Oh my God, what the hell?
Graduating college was always our dream. Nobody in our family had graduated before. We finally got the chance to go away to study, and we both dropped out basically 3 semesters in.
Michael and Matthew started their first business in 2016, and they soon dropped out of college entirely to focus on scaling it. The idea was simple. They created an app where college students could rent their vehicles to each other for really competitive prices. Disclaimer, this is not what they're doing now. but it did build them some insane resilience, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
So we built this app that allowed college students to rent cars from one another.
This is an old defunct shopping mall. Our first office was in here because we were able to get rent for the old Polo store.
We dress phone calls in the dressing rooms. But launched it publicly in September of 2018. Ends up becoming one of the top apps on the App Store. Within 12 months, we had cars on more than 500 college campuses in all 50 states. We're like, we're the next Mark Zuckerberg. We withdrew from school and all that. And then the business started to struggle a bit. And in March of 2020, it officially dies when the pandemic hits. And Matthew and I go from thinking we're gonna be the next Mark Zuckerberg to having to lay off a team of 13 people. So at this point, Michael and I have already seen like the company's about to die. We had brought on one engineer like a couple weeks before, and we had told him like straight up, like, look, the company's in a unique position. It's a complete risk to join now. He's like, no, this is what I've wanted to do my entire life. Like I want to join something crazy like this. Probably like 6 or 7 weeks later, I call him. I'm getting ready to, unfortunately, lay him off. And the first thing he asked me is like, hey, did you get the envelope? I'm like, what envelope? He's like, the envelope that I need you to sign for my child support papers to show them that I have a job and that I should have my kids. And I was just like, holy shit, how do I tell this dude like he's about to get laid off? Like that was the toughest moment, and that was like the most heart-wrenching moment too in my life. We had to sell our car to make payroll. Anything we had ever saved was absolutely gone.
One of the hubcaps on the car had fallen off.
This is a picture of it.
And Matthew and I came to this Advanced Auto Parts to purchase hubcaps.
Because we thought if we put hubcaps on the car, it would look more presentable and they'd pay us more money.
So I ended up driving across town to CarMax and tried to sell the car there. They gave me such a low ball offer. I started to cry again, like in the fucking dealership. Because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to pay the team right now. At one point, through that process, I went to McDonald's. The bill was $3.87. My card got rejected. Wow. And the cashier did one of the nicest things anybody's ever done for me. He saw the look on my face and basically he gave me the 3 cheeseburgers for free. That business died. We came from a family of immigrants. We didn't want our grandparents and our parents' sacrifices to be made in vain. Matthew and I are very, very fortunate. Our family, although not in a position to really financially support us, they could have told us, all right guys, time to wind it down, don't start a new business. They saw Matthew and I fail. They saw us basically lose everything we had worked for. And at no point did they ever make us feel like shit or make us feel lesser. So I really do appreciate that on my family. We're basically like, hey, this is not the end of our story. This is not the end of our journey. We're in our early 20s, we dropped out of school, we have no degrees, we have no jobs, our business just failed. We need to do something. That's April and May of 2020. Around that time, I have an idea. We go from having negative $2,800 in the bank account. Within 15 months, we go from that to almost $20 million in the bank account.
Wow.
Their come up from rock bottom is the inspiration for this week's quote, which is resilience is the foundation for greatness.
If you read the books on all of these incredible founders and entrepreneurs, what you're gonna realize is that failure and feeling incapable was completely normal. Go study how normal it is to feel like you're doing everything wrong. So watch more videos like this on your channel so they can see just how normal it is to struggle.
If you want to stay motivated and you want to support this channel and you like this custom piece in the message, you can find the shop to buy this in the link in the description. There's canvases of various sizes and posters. So Michael and Matthew are in a meeting. We're now in their office of their company that's expected to hit 200 million in revenue this year. We have free reign to run around and explore, and we're gonna try to see what trouble we can get up to. More horses? What the fuck, dude? Like, why is there a scooter in here, you know? Should I try to do a trick? What's going on? You think you could do a trick on the scooter? May I have a cookie? Oh, you want to call?
I am on a call.
Can I say hi? You guys having a good call in here?
By August of 2025, we want to be generating $83 million in monthly revenue. And if we can do that, which I do believe that we could, that would mean we would have gone from zero, a failed company,
Negative $2,800.
yeah, negative $2,800 in the bank account, to $1 billion revenue run rate business in a 5-year time span. And the only companies to have ever done that are like Google and Amazon. And that's a pretty good category to be in.
So that's good. Yeah, it's all right. Why not?
So what we do here at Lula, we built this insurance platform that today some of the biggest companies run their insurance infrastructure on.
We're not the insurance company that's actually providing the insurance. We're just the technical middleman that's making it accessible on those checkout screens.
So let me break this down. Lula makes it easier for other companies to provide insurance to their customers. They built an application programming interface, API, that can handle payment processing, dealing with claims and brokers, fraud detection, customer vetting, and managing insurance systems. Loads of companies are on a waiting list to get access to their service, and people are lining up to invest money into the company. Oh yeah, and they also provide insurance. Do you think I could close sales if I worked here?
I don't know. I'm down to find out.
Essentially, I've been challenged to see if I can close a sale with someone that I know and get them some insurance with Lula.
I gotta stand up for this, I'm excited.
Okay, let's do it. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Travere, it's Aaron. We met when we were checking in at the Turo car rental.
Oh, yes, hey.
I'm doing a video with the CEO of an insurance company, and they specialize in insurance for people that do car rentals like Turo. It might be of interest to even hear them out. Now, I have a sales guy with me.
Yeah, hey, Tavir, this is Rafi from Lula. Thanks for taking the call. Aaron said you might be interested.
For a car, I have 4 cars on it, $430.
We could save you around $30 a car a month. Sounds like we should give you a call back later.
Okay.
All right, you got
Awesome,
it.
man. Thank you
Thanks.
so much for answering, bro. Appreciate it. Take care. Looks like I might have closed the
There
sale,
we
bro.
go. Let's go.
I mean, in the best way possible, you have to be a little crazy and a little arrogant.
Yeah.
You have to have some ridiculous self-belief to a certain extent, and it can't make sense.
What we've been doing for the last 6 or 7 years, we've been doing it obsessively, maniacally. We live this, we breathe this.
If somebody would have told me back when we had the idea in our dorm room and listed off everything that we would have had to go through, I would have probably told them, fuck that, I'm not gonna do that. Like, absolutely not. And then I look back on it, and I'm just like, why wouldn't I do it again?
It's probably the most painful journey it is that you can find yourself on, but I think that's the one thing that, if I went back and told 16-year-old Michael like about the story, I think my 16-year-old Michael would have been like, damn, I didn't know you were that resilient.
Resilience is the foundation for greatness. Shop the link in the description.
Am I close to where 25, 26-year-old Michael wants to be? Absolutely not. I wouldn't even say we're 5% of the way through. I'm in it for the long run. Matthew and I always say our exit strategy is death. It's not to get acquired. It's not to take the company public in 5 to 7 years. This is something that we want to do for the next 40, 50 years of our life. When people ask, how'd you guys get to where you are today? I think there's 2 really basic themes. The first one is just a strong sense of curiosity, asking questions, just saying yes to more experiences, more opportunities, being relentless in pursuit of my objectives.
Don't be afraid to be so ambitious or so bold that you're viewed as crazy. Like, had we been realistic 2.5 years ago when we were 2 college dropouts, a negative $2,800 in our bank account, having just sold our cars to pay everybody back, in less than 3 years, we'd have a business valued at near $1 billion, doing $150 million a year in revenue. Like, everybody would have told me, you guys are crazy, be realistic. One of the greatest privileges in life is being able to be crazy. If you can visualize it, then you can accomplish it.
If you like this video and you want to join me as I travel the world meeting and learning from multi-millionaires, hit the subscribe button. And you're gonna wanna check out this video to meet a 26-year-old who made over $100 million last